And of course, here in West Michigan, we always advise to wait until Mother's Day weekend to plant those tender annuals, just because it's not impossible to get a frost and freeze event well into the first week or two of the month of May. This morning, waking up to frosty conditions in many parts of West Michigan. Looking out over downtown Holland, a live view looking off to the east. We've seen a beautiful sunrise this morning. US 131, the Ford Freeway interchange. Temperatures to start the day. Yeah. Right at the freezing mark from Hastings and Middleville to downtown Allegan, Plainwell, Otsego, up into Grand Rapids, Fremont, even into Newaygo, Big Rapids, Hart, looking at those temperatures that are below freezing. Areas to the south, Battle Creek, over toward Kalamazoo, down into Three Rivers, Benton Harbor, St. Joe. A little bit warmer, and that's because we've got that deck of higher and mid-level clouds, a little thicker deck of clouds, and that really works to insulate the atmosphere and keep temperatures just a little bit warmer. Feels like readings are holding in the 20s and 30s this morning. So again, without a whole lot of wind this morning, those wind chills are not really very far away from our actual air temperatures. We made it to 53 degrees yesterday in Grand Rapids, 53 the average high. And by the way, as we look at this month so far, we've seen 2 days this month of April with temperatures below average, 62 both Wednesday and Thursday. So temperatures above average by almost 10 degrees and right at average yesterday with a high of 53 degrees. Heading into the next couple of days, we'll keep those temperatures below average. Today, a little below average with some sunshine and not a whole lot of wind. Tomorrow, a northerly wind and some scattered snow showers as an upper level disturbance comes through with a cold front, and that will actually shift the winds in the upper atmosphere to a more of a north-northwesterly direction, and that is going to bring us into, again, almost a February feeling air mass to kick off the week. Milder air does return late this week and into the upcoming weekend. In fact, we could be looking at high temps around or even a touch above 60 degrees by next weekend. Here's a look at the satellite radar composite across the region. You can see once again, let's look at those clear to partly cloudy skies from around Grand Haven and Muskegon points off to the north. You really see those clouds breaking apart into the UP, much of Wisconsin and into Minnesota. As we check out that low pressure center and frontal system off to our east and southeast, that will continue to move away from us gradually, though. It's actually going to open the door for more heavy rainfall today from the Ohio and Tennessee River valleys and points off to the south. And on the backside of this system, we're looking at freeze watches and warnings, if you can believe it. As we check out conditions close to home, that future track will kick that northerly wind into high gear. That's behind that area of snow that will be rolling through the area later on in the night tonight in areas to our north, and then during the early part of the day tomorrow from Grand Rapids off to the south and southeast. Could be looking at a little bit of tricky travel for that morning commute. We're back to clear to partly cloudy skies later tomorrow into tomorrow night. And that will open the door for temperatures to really drop off early Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning, we drop down into the low 20s. We'll make it to 37 for a high with some sunshine. 50 on Wednesday. A wintry mix possible Thursday. The beginning of a warming trend Friday into Saturday. That'll take us through the weekend. And the 8 to 14 day outlook, which shows a lot of warm air on the map, that'll take us right into the beginning of Easter weekend with temperatures that'll be back above average.